Okay, let's talk about post-COVID singing. Obviously, the most important thing you want to do for yourself and your vocal health is to rest during COVID. I'm not encouraging excessive singing or talking during COVID because the most important thing you should be doing right now is to be resting. But after 2 weeks of resting, I was feeling a lot better, and I had a job that I had to do. It was a recording job from home, so I could stay in my quarantine. I just figured I'd share some of the things that I did to prepare for this job. First of all, water is your friend. Drink lots of water all the time. And if you're using something like Mucinex, that shit will dry you out like nobody's business. So if you take this, you have to drink twice as much of this, okay? The second important thing is vocal rest.
Resting.
Your voice is intimately tied to your physical and mental health. So the more you can work on improving them and getting through the sickness in general, the better your vocals will heal or feel. Breathing. COVID is an upper respiratory illness, so if you're having any trouble breathing or any issues with your lungs, you should not be doing any of this. Also, coughing and overexertion have serious effects on your vocal folds. So the kinder you are to yourself and your upper respiratory system, the faster and better your vocal folds will be back online. Taking breaks. So even during this 2-hour live recording job I did from home, I had made my situation clear. I had said that I was recovering from COVID and that I potentially needed some breaks, which is super, super important because anything you do with COVID, most likely you'll be experiencing fatigue and it'll make you tired. So make sure that you are kind to yourself and that you give yourself enough breaks. Taking stock. Every voice teacher will tell you how important it is to learn how to take stock and really train yourself in feeling out how your body feels and when it's time to stop. Because in the end, only you can truly determine how you're feeling and if it's time to stop or to take a break. Speak above the gravel. When you're sick, your vocal folds are affected and you want to take the pressure off them. So you want to speak a little bit further above where you might be used to speaking as to take some of the pressure off your vocal folds. Because if you're down here and you're sitting on the vocal folds, you're constantly pushing air through them and making them work. And when they're swollen and there's phlegm, you want to be really nice to your vocal folds. So not do what I just did. So speak a little bit above the gravel if you can. Massage your vocal area. This has to do with the whole thing about rest and being nice to your body. All this is connected. So all these muscles here, you can just like massage them. Might feel weird, look weird, but it feels really nice and it's good for your vocal folds. If you can, steam. If you don't have a personal steamer, you can steam in the shower. My little steamer has been with me the whole time. And just generally making sure that your neck remains warm. This extends up to your ears, so if you're sick, maybe make sure that your ears are covered. All of this hangs together, so you want to be extra, extra nice to your head, your neck, and the muscles around your vocal folds. The first vocal exercise you can do is to just hum, but you don't want to start too high. So what this does is that it loosens a lot of phlegm. Usually you'll probably experience some coughing, and it also helps you to take stock to see where your voice is at, because taking stock is important. So when you're done with humming on one note and you feel confident, you can do thirds or fifths. Once your humming feels comfortable, you can go on to vowel exercises, but put a consonant at the beginning. So things like ma, me, mi, mo, mu. Ma, me, mi, mo, mu. Ma, me, mi, mo, mu. You can also do it on other consonants. Ta, te, ti, to, lo, lu. Just to be clear, with all of these, you don't want to go in your entire range. You're trying to start at your very center, and then you can work yourself up or down, depending on what you need. All right, once you've done all that, I like starting out with some sirens. So I go from down, up, and up, down. You can try it on a few different vowel sounds as well. And just make sure that you end on your speaking voice. So you're in a pitch, you don't want to end up here. You want to come back to your center range if you can. The last thing I want to say, and this is something that you can do all the time, not just when you're warming up, is to think about your singing voice as an extension of your speaking voice. And if you think about this, you actually start using your voice very differently. And it can actually open up a lot of range. Because if you think about your singing voice as an extension of your speaking voice, you start hearing all kinds of cadences that you use and all kinds of ranges that you go into. And it's actually really fun. So try that, be nice to yourself, heal well, and I'm gonna go drink some more water.